There is a country. It's regarded by many as the fourth poorest country in Africa. I am not sure about the metrics used, but that's what they say it is. I want you to be the judge and tell us if this country is indeed the fourth poorest country or maybe not. Let's see. I love airports. It's one happy place. And it's why I'm called Waka Waka Doctor, always on the move. This time I'm heading to the fourth poorest country in Africa. At least that's what the media says it is. Because more than 40% of the population in this country live on less than $1 a day. So I'm going to show you if the country is actually poor or not. I traveled quite a distance, okay, from my home to the airport and took a trip to the fourth poorest country in Africa. That country is Malawi. Yes, Malawi. Malawi is known as the warm heart of Africa, which is a landlocked country in southeastern Africa. It is famed for its stunning landscapes, including the vast Lake Malawi, diverse wildlife, vibrant cultural heritage, and the warm people. Visitors in Malawi can enjoy activities such as safaris, hiking, exploring villages and local markets, and even wildlife exploration. Malawi offers a unique blend of natural beauty and cultural richness, making it a captivating destination for travelers. When I arrived in Malawi, I met a very warm driver who took me to my hotel in Kumbali Lodge. So guys, this is my driver from the airport and I wanted to hear what his name is. So what's your name?
Obvious.
Okay, how do you spell obvious?
Obvious.
Why did your parents name you obvious?
Before I was born, my name is Chipidilo, local name. So Chipidilo, it means if you have some trouble, so your name is Chipidilo. So he changed it. My uncle changed it to obvious because when I was young, I have some problem like you see on my nose. So bring down snake, beat me. So I said, no, we need to change its name. Quite obvious.
Obvious.
Yes.
Wow. It's obviously nice to meet you, obvious.
Thank you very much.
So from the airport, I have just arrived at Kumbali Lodge, which is where I'm going to be staying for the next few days. I've got a very beautiful apartment or a beautiful stay, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So come with me. It's a very beautiful lodge that cost me about $70 per night. It's got fantastic habitat, good vegetations, the room are clean, and it's just serene. They offered breakfast as well with the whole package, and it was very fascinating for me. I am really puzzled as to why Malawi has been labeled the fourth poorest country in Africa. But I'm hoping this next few days, even as a tourist, would give me an insight. A country can be poor yet beautiful, and there are fascinating things about Malawi. Malawi is called the warm heart of Africa because they've got fantastic personalities. They're very warm, very pleasant, very huge culture, and the landscape is breathtaking, as well as mind-blowing safaris. And of course, you have the great Lake Malawi. And I'm going to show you all this. For me to tour the whole of Malawi, I had an itinerary that was made for 4 days. I changed money from dollars to Malawian kwacha. So in Malawi, they spend the Malawian kwacha. And $1 is about 1,800, 1,900 kwacha, depending on, the source in the black market. So what I did was to change these, okay, and would see how long or how far this would take us. Okay, so I'm going to show you what's in this country and why whether or not it is actually the fourth poorest country in Africa. Let's go find out. I started my journey in Malawi's capital city, Lilongwe, where I visited the Old Town Mall for some shopping. You would see a lot of African materials, arts and craft. And I also visited the Kamuzu Mausoleum. So just before I show you the beauty of Malawi, it's important to see one of the major landmarks in Lilongwe, the capital city of Malawi. And this is the mausoleum of Kamuzu Banda, who is the father of Malawi. He ruled Malawi for about 30 years, first as prime minister for 2 years and then 28 years as the president of Malawi. He's called the father of Malawi, the lion of Malawi, because he fought, to get independence from the British Empire. And he lived his life saying that Malawi should be built on 4 principles, and that's why this mausoleum has 4 pillars. The first one is unity, and it talks about loyalty, obedience, as well as discipline. And this mausoleum is just a replica of where the great man himself was buried. He died aged 99. It's a beautiful landmark, and it reminds every citizen of Malawi exactly who they are. Later in the day, I went to the Lilongwe Wildlife Center as well as the Nature Sanctuary, which is a very peaceful spot to unwind and enjoy the natural surroundings. You would also see a lot about Malawi's wildlife conservation efforts. The next day, it was time for me to take a trip to Lake Malawi, one of the largest and most beautiful lakes in Africa. All right, folks, it's another beautiful day in Malawi, and I'm headed out to see one of the most amazing tourist attraction sites in Malawi. It's the 3rd largest lake in the whole of Africa. It's Lake Malawi, okay? Only 3rd to Lake Victoria along the Zimbabwe-Zambia axis. And of course, the Lake Tanganyika, which cuts across Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda in East Africa. So this is the 3rd largest, and I'm wondering how fantastic the sites must look. So come along, I'll show you. So it's a 2-hour drive to Lake Malawi from my hotel, from the capital city, Lilongwe. It's under 2 hours, and I'm in the taxi with that's my friend Obvious. Yeah, his name is Obvious. Lake Malawi National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site which is known for its clear waters and diverse aquatic life. You can enjoy snorkeling, kayaking, and simply just relax on the beach, and they've got a lakeside restaurant as well. Would you eat this? You need to eat like a local when you visit Malawi. They've got nshima, vegetables, beans, stew, beef, and plantain, all in one go. If you're interested in taking a sunset cruise on the lake, it's a perfect way to end the day. My day just didn't end there. I decided to meet the locals, because why take a trip to Malawi and not show the locals? So I went into the deep villages where I met people, shook them, ate with them, just played with them. They are very warm, receptive, and pleasant, smiling all through the conversation. They even did a dance. I visited their local restaurant and bar in this village. This is an African bar in the depth of the villages in Malawi. Just a place where people meet to drink, eat, and socialize. And I'm going to show you what the drink looks like. Drink water. Took me to the bones. Then I went to what they call the traditional medical expert in the village. So at the moment, I am in what you would like to call an African shrine in Malawi. And this is the native doctor in one of the villages. And he's just told me that he receives loads and loads of patients all the time. But he's able to separate patients who require traditional attention if you're affected by witchcraft, and those who need to see orthodox doctors or get attention from orthodox medicine. And he's got these right here as several medications. He consults that oracle. Please, can you show me that? Yeah, he consults that oracle. So this is his oracle. When someone comes here with a problem, they speak into this, and he gives them several concussions. This concussion you put in your nose, and it changes colors, and that's how he knows what the problem is. Fun fact is that in Malawi, to do or practice this kind of medicine, traditional health practitioners college, you need to go to school and get the license. So 5 years ago, he wasn't here. This only started for him 5 years ago. I also visited the homes of some locals and saw the deplorable state of where some of them live. This is a family of 6, father, mother, and 4 children, all living within this small space. You can take a look at their pots. You can take a look at how they cook, water they drink, and they all live in this small space, not even a mattress. I met the kids, I gave them some money, we had lovely conversations, and they were all happy and excited to see me. Take a look at their voice, just listen to the chants and the happiness that is within them. The last thing I did during my visit of Malawi was to go to the Lilongwe National Park, which is one of Malawi's premier wildlife destinations. You can start your safari with a guided game drive. You can spot elephants, hippos, crocodiles, and a variety of bird species. You can also continue the safari drive later in the day with a boat safari on the Shire Drive. This is an adventure which offers unique perspective of the park's wildlife and landscapes. Later in the evening, you can relax at the lodge or campsite and enjoy the sounds of African wilderness and a very delicious dinner under the stars. So folks, that's been my trip to Malawi. I had fun. Whether or not Malawi seems to be poor, it's a debate. For me, I think there is beauty, there's adventure, there's a whole lot more than tagging them the 4th poorest country in Africa. But what have I got to say? You be the judge. It's Waka Waka Doctor, and just as they say in Malawi, Zikomo. I'll see you later.